And locally, I've seen 1,000 different ways to do it. I always start with this kind of generic platform that I'm going to show you all, and then I branch off from there based on the athlete. So I'll give you guys a few little keys to try to listen for them based on different types of players. So men's, women's, smaller people, older people, stronger legs, not so strong legs, short, tall. Like I'll give you guys a few little keys in there, and if you have questions, you can go ahead and ask them now. So the three components I talked to setters about for the lift, so before they even touch the ball, just being able to lift their hands, are having 1 inch between their index and thumbs, okay? And then they have a straight line from their elbows to their middle finger on both hands. And then when they lift their arms, their elbows will be in line with their eyes. Okay? So this is generic. If he was to look to his left, he should see his elbow. If he look to his right, he'd see his elbow. Too high. The problem with being too high, what I would tell people is you don't have anywhere to go. It's hard to get extension this way. And then if you're too low, the ball hits you on your nose, maybe you get called for a lift. Maybe a little bit less deceptive because you have too far to go in order to release your set. So this is a pretty healthy generic. Some people who have longer arms and they can bend more. Some people who have shorter arms, they get a little more extension. It's dependent. So we work on this lift every single day. So when they first come in, my setters are first training, they have to do 50 of these, learning how to perfect that move. So Sam can figure it out pretty quickly here. The lift, and then we just fix all the time. Okay? And I'll tell you guys why the wrists are straight in a second here. Keep fixing and critiquing. When I have brand new setters, it's 50 times. Those setters who've done it before, they come in and they do 3 of these, and they get to the next thing. So that's the lift. Kind of the next thing we go into with hands, and then it's all a workout. So they start with the lift, and then what I tell them is everything we do will build up, but if at any point in time, one of the things that we originally talked about gets sloppy, then we have to start over. So we're talking about the lift. Now as we move on to what we call the wrist break or the cushion or the ball pocket, I call it a million different things, but essentially taking the ball into his hands, all of his lifts should be semi-perfect. The reason I say semi-perfect is it's hard to be, true perfect, but they should be pretty close to perfect from there. And if he lifts his hands and it's pretty sloppy, I usually go like this for my setters, and they know why. That means you're chilling, you're relaxing. So his lift should be clean throughout the whole thing. So from this point, as the ball comes in, I like it to be on all 10 finger pads. And so if you guys look at your hands, the difference between fingertips and finger pads, the tips is just that top portion to me above the last line, where the finger pad is the whole hand. So it's every space on the hand except for the palm. The only exposed space that I like them to have is the palm. And then they try to keep that 1 inch in here. Try to keep this 1 inch right there. And the reason that I like it to be 1 inch, although I do change it for some setters to 2 inches, is I'm a believer in the closer your hands are together, the more control you have of the ball. It's usually that way in most sports. Like catching a football, you can catch a football like this, right? You try to catch it pretty tight. The closer your hands are, the more control of the ball you have. Some people have really small hands. I open them up a little bit so they can have more circumference of the ball and not slapping at it. So as it comes in, all 10 finger pads, the biggest thing with setters a lot of times is their thumbs. So I tell setters your thumbs are going to be the most important piece of your hands. And if you're just putting the ball your thumb tips like that, you're probably going to end up poking at the ball, which is how you end up with a lot of doubles, inconsistency in your location, that sort of thing. So we try to really lock in on the thumb pads, and they get reps of that. And we only work on the wrist for a little bit. The wrists are really important to setting, in my opinion. So we don't go straight to teaching extensions. We start with the wrist first. So from here, he'll leave his shoulders, elbows, and forearms, and he's just going to push his hands back to flat, how they started. So he's going to push the ball out flat, how he started. That's pretty good from him. And then he'll put his hands back down. He'll re-lift. So he gets another rep of that lift. His hands should be flat here. Okay. And then as the ball comes in, his wrist will break towards his face, index and thumbs towards your face. If you have setters who struggle to kind of figure that out, just tell them index and thumbs towards your face. Okay. And then he'll push flat. Okay. And then he'll re-lift. Ball will come in. He'll get better and better each time the ball comes in. He'll push flat. That time he uses a little bit of elbows. We want to just try to isolate the wrist right now. Okay, push flat. Good. So, and this is the deal. If you're working with really talented athletes, you can be a little bit more tough about the stuff. They move their elbows an inch, it's a problem. They have to redo it. If you're working with people who are just starting, give them some leeway and understand that it's going to be a little bit of a process for them to individualize these parts of their arms. Most kids who first start, they utilize their whole arm as one thing. Okay, once they're done with the training, they learn that their shoulder, their elbow, their wrist, their palm, and their fingers can all work individually, right? And really good setters can kind of understand that. So, the lift his hands. The next thing after the the ball pocket cushion, and this is for all the sets he'll ever do. So whether he's going to overhead set, big set over on two, set the left side, set the quick set the high ball, this will kind of be a symmetrical thing we work on, which is why it's really important to get it. Alright, so push one more time. And from there, we teach him baby sets. So he'll lift his hands one more time. Again, he's going to keep working on that lift. And when we do the baby set, he's going to ideally get the ball 9 inches high. Some kids are going to put it 12, some kids are going to put it 6. Just tell them to keep working at it. 9 inches high for perfect. His shoulders, elbows, and forearms will stay super still. So it'll look like this when the ball comes in. Okay? Everything else should stay super still. He's just working on cushioning the ball. Okay? And popping it out that way. So I'll toss to him, he'll flip it to himself, and he'll try to catch each time. Sorry. Okay, and I'll push flat here. So he'll do one baby set and then catch in the setting position. And then he'll fix all this stuff. 1 inch here, push flat. Okay. He'll do a baby set, catch in the setting position. He'll fix all this stuff, push flat. Okay, so you guys will hear me talk a lot about the corrections or fixing. What I tell all my athletes, we have this thing called a 2-1 hold, whether it's we do passing, we do attacking, we do setting, we do coverage. And so after every rep they finish, and this is really difficult for attention to detail, especially for attention to detail for kids, their attention span and cell phone era stinks. So they have to do what's called a 2-1 hold. So if he were to baby set, right, and he's going to catch, okay, he has to do the 2-1 hold verbally. So out loud, he would have to say 2-1. During that 2-1, if he feels like his technique is perfect, then he just holds it. Okay? Same with passing, same with attacking, same with blocking. If he feels like there's any changes he should be making, like right here, maybe he'd want to be a little bit closer to the thumbs for perfect. Maybe his elbows drop out in front of him, he's got to move his elbows back. Maybe the ball's on all 10 of his finger pads. Whatever happens to be, he fixes it in that 2-1, and then he would push flat. Okay, here. And that's like real high attention to detail. If you've got a lot of time with your kids, you can go hours on the lift. You can go hours on the baby set. If you don't have a lot of time, you see your kids once a week for an hour, you kind of got to just teach them the stuff, give them the concepts, and then hope that they'll have the dedication to practice the stuff on their own, you know? But the next thing after that, he learns how to baby set, they'll stand. So then we start talking about feet stuff, and this is just wrist work. So I'll have them face all of you all. In a stance, I'd like his hips to be, or his toes to be just outside of his hip, outside of his shoulders. Okay, so serve receiver defensive stance, he'd be a little bit wider, but a little bit lower. A setting stance, I like it to just where he's ready to move maybe in the 4 directions, but he can be up a little bit higher. His hands will be in that position that we talked about already by his waist, so he just has to shoulder hinge to get his hands above his head. Okay? And then he's going to practice no ball pretty briefly, and everything's just a workout. So he'll do stuff with no ball, then he'll do what we call perfect ball, where I put the ball in a perfect scenario for him where he can't really mess it up. And then we'll go live ball, where it's more of the variables that happen in an actual game. Okay? So he's just going to practice pretty simple footwork here. He'll go right, left, lift his hands, put them back down. Then he'll go left, right, lift his hands, put them back down. Go ahead and do that. Lift, yeah. Seems simple enough. And then we start adding variables. So now I'll ask him to do the same thing. Obviously, you guys can rep that, right? You can do it once, you can do it 50 times. Your choice. And now he's going to do that right, left, and then catch the ball in the setting position. Right, left, he'll catch. I'll check all his variables. Is he 1 inch? No, he'll face stop. Do you have all 10 finger pads? Are his knees still bent? Are his elbows in a good position? Push flat. Right? There's a lot of variables and little intricacies. It depends on how strict you want to be. Okay? If you're working with little kids, maybe you're less strict. If you're working with people who want to be pros, you got to be pretty strict. He's going to go the other way. Left, right. He'll catch in the setting position. Are his feet on balance? Right? Are his elbows good? Or his hands good? Push flat. Right? Little details. So you do that as many times as you want. The next thing he goes into is with the footwork. So we're just adding in pieces here. We start with just the lift, no ball. Then we start with the lift and the ball, no legs. And now we're starting to go legs, lift, and ball. Okay? So he's going to try to step, baby step, catch in the setting position. Step, baby step, catch in the setting position. Fix his variables. A little bend here. He'll push flat. Alright? Then he goes the other way. Step, baby step, catch in the setting position. Fix his variables. So you can imagine over time, push stop. You can imagine over time, like this stuff seems super tedious, but these are the little details that people who end up on the national team, like Micah Christensen, he showed you some of the guys John was talking about. This is the stuff that they go through when they're like 8 years old. So sometimes a lot of people don't see it when these guys are in college and they're just repping, setting the ball in the hoop over and over and over. But most of them have had to go through this stuff at some point in time. And I never think it's too late. Like I work with some people who contact me when they're in college. Right? They go, I play open gym volleyball. I want to find a way to get on a college team. We heard about you from da-da-da-da-da-da, and then I bring them in, and they start doing this stuff, and at first they think it's super rudimentary until they can't take 2 steps and get the ball on top of their head, and then it's like, oh, I have stuff to work on, right? So, and then you can make this as intricate as you want, right? Turn and face that ball. So now I'm going to toss the ball, and while the ball's in the air, he's going to have to turn and face the net, and then baby step, and then step, step, and catch. It's a little more difficult, right? You can turn and face the net, baby step, 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 right? Like not quite on balance anymore. So you can make a million different intricacies with it if people think they have it figured out. Right, so once we've done that wrist work, and then you can take that into jump sets, right? So now I'm going to ask him to step, step, jump in the air, baby step himself in the air, land, step, step, catch. You got all that? Okay, so step, step, jump step, land, step, step, catch. Alright, you'll check all his variables, he's strong in the legs, push flat. Alright, so 1,000 different things you can do, and just make up, get creative with this. I can do the same thing, face that wall. He'll have to turn, jump set, baby step, 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 catch. There, turn, jump step, 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 baby step, catch, right? With a little bit of balance, whatever the case. So he's better, right? Most people who first do this. First time you don't have people that get hit in the head by the ball. It's okay. So from there, that's the lift work, that's the wrist break. And then we start to talk about extension. So back underneath, and we relearn all this stuff. Maybe there's usually a wall near me, and I can demo this stuff from the wall too. He'll lift his hands. Again, he's working on that perfect lift every time. Each time he'll get that ball pocket to come in, and then we'll start talking about extension. So once I check all his variables here, they're good. We'll talk about him extending in this order from the index and thumbs through the triceps, and then when he finishes, his biceps should be about eye level. So things we want to avoid. I try to tell kids in advance things we want to avoid. We want to avoid this. Okay, your ball's not going to have too much arc. Okay? And we want to avoid this, because then your ball's not going to get any extension. We call it up and out. So we want his hands to finish up and out. I'll ask him to release. Release. Just like literally, you're going to set the ball. Release. Good. And so he'll check his variables. This would be another 2-1 hold situation. So a lot of kids, the first time they do it, they'll set it and then just put their hands down and learn nothing. Right? Lift your hands. He'll finish. He'll look. Are my hands even? Are my biceps and triceps where they should be? Am I still 1 inch index and thumbs? Right? Did I keep that symmetry on my finish? That sort of thing. These little details, can make a whole lot of difference in consistency. So let me demo real quick from the wall. Come over here. Hopefully everybody can see this. So this is a fun one, like guys like to do.